artificial intelligence has undergone unprecedented growth around the world, and regulations play a key role in defining its use and development. But how are three of the most important actors, the United States, the European Union, and China, addressing this technology? Let's find out. Defining artificial intelligence is essential to understand these regulations. In China, it refers to technology that generates content based on algorithms, models, and rules. In the European Union, AI is understood as a machine-based system that can operate with different levels of autonomy, showing adaptive capabilities and generating results that influence physical or virtual environments. Meanwhile, the United States defines it as a machine-based system that can make predictions, recommendations, or decisions that influence real or virtual environments by using machine and human inputs to perceive and formulate options for action. In China, promoting the healthy development and standardized application of generative artificial intelligence is the regulatory focus, based on several national laws, including the cybersecurity law and the data security law. In the European Union, the main goal is to improve the functioning of the internal market and promote reliable, human-centered artificial intelligence. This includes ensuring a high level of protection of health, safety, and fundamental rights, besides protecting democracy and the environment. For its part, the United States aims to govern the development and use of artificial intelligence safely and responsibly. It seeks to mitigate risks and harness the benefits of AI for the country's security, economy, and society. In terms of the application of these laws, in China, the regulations apply to those developing and using generative artificial intelligence products within the territory. In the European Union, the regulations cover suppliers, deployers, importers, and other parties involved in bringing AI systems to market. This includes systems from third countries whose results are used in the European community. On the other hand, in the United States, the executive order on artificial intelligence reaches several sectors, including government agencies, the private sector, the scientific and academic community, as well as the general public. The fact that the use of AI is fair and non-discriminatory must be ensured by all federal agencies. Privacy and data protection are central to the regulation of artificial intelligence. Each region has its legal provisions to ensure that personal information is handled ethically and securely. In China, personal data protection is governed by the Personal Information Protection Law and other related laws. Under these regulations, it is essential to obtain the consent of the holder of personal information before using it to train artificial intelligence models. In addition, providers must ensure not only that training data does not contain any content that infringes intellectual property rights, but also that they respect data privacy and security regulations. The European Union has the General Data Protection Regulation, which sets strict rules for the collection, use, and storage of personal data. Suppliers must ensure transparency in the use of data and obtain informed consent from users. Moreover, data minimization and protection by design and by default is promoted, ensuring anonymization and encryption of data to protect the privacy of individuals. In the United States, the Executive Order on Artificial Intelligence underscores the importance of protecting privacy and civil rights. Federal agencies must warrant that data collection, use, and retention are lawful and secure by using privacy-enhancing technologies to mitigate privacy and confidentiality risks. The government also emphasizes transparency and accountability in the handling of personal data. Intellectual property is a key aspect of artificial intelligence regulations, and each of the world's major regions addresses it differently. In China, regulation emphasizes respect for intellectual property rights when it comes to the development and use of generative artificial intelligence. Management measures stipulate that algorithms, training data, and platforms must not infringe on these rights. It is crucial to avoid the use of protected content without authorization to train or improve AI models. In Europe, regulations on intellectual property in artificial intelligence are detailed and cover several aspects. Rights holders can choose to reserve their rights to prevent text and data mining unless it is for scientific research. Providers must obtain authorization to use these works and comply with the obligations set out in the regulation while respecting copyright. The United States takes a proactive approach to help developers combat the risks associated with intellectual property. Initiatives include training programs to educate developers about these rights, and information sharing policies to prevent copyright infringement. Legal liability for the use of artificial intelligence is crucial to ensure that developers and providers are liable for damages caused by their systems. In China, generative AI service providers take responsibility for the content generated by their products. They must ensure that their practices do not infringe intellectual property rights or cause harm to users or third parties. Safety assessments are also performed to ensure that the products are suitable before public use. The European Union establishes the responsibility of suppliers of high-risk AI systems, who must comply with strict quality and safety standards. Market surveillance authorities can take action against systems that present risks, ensuring compliance with regulations and the protection of fundamental rights. In the United States, the executive order highlights the importance of legal accountability and compliance with existing laws to prevent harm and discrimination. Federal agencies must ensure that AI systems do not aggravate inequalities and that they protect civil rights and liberties. Controlling discriminatory bias in AI systems is paramount to ensure fairness and avoid perpetuating inequalities. In China, regulations require vendors to take active measures to prevent discrimination on the basis of ethnicity, creed, gender, among others. This involves designing algorithms and selecting training data that do not perpetuate bias. The European Union emphasizes the need to manage and mitigate bias in high-risk AI systems. Providers must use high-quality and representative data, implement appropriate data governance practices, and prohibit AI systems that may cause discrimination. In the United States, the executive order underscores the importance of preventing algorithmic discrimination. Federal agencies must use their authorities to prevent and address discrimination in government programs and benefits administration, ensuring fairness in the use of AI. Human control over AI systems is vital to ensure safety equity, and accountability. In China, vendors must implement effective human control in the development of artificial intelligence products, thus ensuring that the content generated is accurate and reliable. Human verification is essential to confirm the accuracy of the results before final use or distribution. The European Union requires high-risk AI systems to be designed to enable effective human oversight. This includes integrating human-machine interface tools and training supervisory staff to understand and manage AI systems. In the United States, the executive order highlights the need for human oversight in the use of AI, especially in the criminal justice system. It must be ensured that AI-generated results are reviewed and verified by humans to protect civil rights and liberties. Explainability is a mandatory feature of software systems and algorithms. This allows them to be understood and audited in order to determine eventual liabilities for damages caused or to detect discriminatory biases. On this point, China highlights the power of competent authorities to supervise and inspect generative artificial intelligence services. They also accentuate the duty of providers to prove necessary technical, data, and other support and assistance, as well as explain the source, scale, type, labeling rules, algorithmic mechanism, etc. of training data as required. The European Union, for its part, stipulates that explainability and transparency are fundamental principles of its regulation. It proposes the reinforcement of the effectiveness of existing rights and remedies, establishing specific requirements and obligations. The regulation defines transparency as AI systems that are being developed and used in a way that allows for adequate traceability and explainability. It is informed to humans communicating or interacting with an AI system, to implementers about the capabilities and limitations of that AI system, and to individuals being about their rights. In particular, it emphasizes the importance of transparency, technical documentation, and record-keeping of AI systems. Likewise, the United States includes transparency as one of the principles applicable to AI models, and as a goal of optimization in their use by agencies, which will receive annual instructions for collecting, reporting, and publishing AI use cases. The regulation envisions a test bed developed through facilities or mechanisms that conduct rigorous, transparent, and replicable evaluations of tools and technologies, covering their functionality, usability, and performance. Artificial intelligence also plays a key role in defense and national security. Each region addresses its use in military contexts in specific ways. China does not explicitly mention military use in its AI regulations. However, the emphasis on security and stability suggests that AI technologies can be used in military applications, as long as they are within a framework that ensures compliance with national and international regulations. AI systems used for military, defense, or national security purposes are excluded from the scope of the European Union regulation. Nevertheless, if these systems are temporarily used for civilian purposes, they must comply with the provisions of the regulation. In the United States, the executive order highlights the importance of AI in national security. It promotes the responsible and safe use of AI in military and intelligence contexts, assessing the risks and opportunities presented by the technology to advance the national security mission. Valuable insights are provided by this global overview of the regulations that, so far, major global actors have developed to provide AI with a legal framework. Their rules approach should serve as a guide to regulate in Argentina the innovations resulting from the use of AI, which are already among us. Our task as lawyers is to be at the fore of this transformation process, accompanying our clients in solving the new challenges that will arise. This task will be the outcome of a joint work which will allow us to build and create a new legal system crossed by technology, and also to educate in the ethical use of AI as leaders of this evolution.